Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and if it's your first time here, I'm Emily and this is Colors of Flavors. For today's video, I wanted to do something a little different from our usual. I wanted to talk about some local desserts and treats that we have here in Malaysia that I bet you didn't know or maybe didn't realize are actually vegan. So I'll be sharing 2 recipes with you today, and at the end of the video we're going to briefly go through a list of some other vegan treats as well. So stay tuned. So the first sweet treat that I'm going to show you how to make today is called ONDE-ONDE. ONDE-ONDE is a glutinous rice ball with palm sugar filling coated with freshly grated coconut. Here I'm making my own pandan extract simply by blending water, pandan leaves, and then straining it. Add this into a mixture of blended rice flour and glutinous rice flour. Add the liquid gradually until it comes together into a dough. Now roll this into a ball and slowly make a little pocket to put in your filling. As tempting as it may be, try not to overfill your ONDE-ONDE because it will burst during the cooking process. Once you're done rolling all your ONDE-ONDE, you can finally cook them in boiling water. A good indicator that it's done is when it floats. Once they're all done, take them out and roll it in some grated coconut. Simple as that. Moving on to the next recipe, this one is called BUBUR CHA CHA. BUBUR CHA CHA is a coconut milk porridge with sago pearls, sweet tubers, and glutinous rice balls. There's a lot of variations on this, but this is just my take. I start off by preparing the glutinous rice balls, which is the same dough as the ONDE-ONDE, just without the pandan. I added in a bit of coloring for a pop of color. And then you can start dicing up your yam and sweet potatoes before putting them in a steamer until they're nice and soft. In a pot of boiling water, cook your sago pearls until they turn translucent. You can get these ready-made in your local supermarket. Again, in a pot of boiling water, pop in your little glutinous rice balls and wait for them to float to the surface before taking them out. Now to make the liquid part of this porridge. I'm heating up equal parts water and coconut milk and adding a bunch of pandan leaves. Once this starts to simmer, add in your sugar. Now you can finally combine everything together in a bowl, ready to be served, hot or cold. I like to have mine hot, especially on a cold, rainy day. As I mentioned earlier on in this video, we're going to briefly go through a list of some other local treats that also made it to the vegan list. First on the list is tangyuan. This Chinese dessert consists of colored glutinous rice balls served in a hot sweet syrup. These rice balls sometimes contain fillings such as red bean paste, sesame paste, or even ground peanuts. The thing I like the most about this dessert is the fact that the syrup contains ginger, so it really adds a nice warmth with all the sweetness that's going on in this dessert. Next on the list is kuih lapis. This layered cake consists of layers of colored rice flour pudding. Typically seen in pink and white, this layered cake is made with a few different types of flour, sugar, coconut milk, and food coloring. That's all it is. When I was younger, I used to think that each different layer of color was a different flavor until one day I realized that you can peel off the layers individually. Let's just say I was disappointed on that day because it just tastes the same. Moving on, we have kuih angku. This sweet treat is an oval-shaped glutinous rice skin wrapped around a sweet filling. The filling is typically mung bean paste, but there are some with sesame paste or ground peanuts. Kuih angku is kind of like a mochi in terms of texture. It's soft and chewy. What sets these two apart is the fact that kuih angku is sticky on the outside and oval-shaped. I actually have a friend who sells homemade kuih angku. I'll insert her Insta page right here. You guys should check her out. Okay, last one on the list is kuih penerang. This sweet treat is kind of like a good mix between a fudge and a fritter. The outside is crunchy, but the inside is kind of hard to describe because it's bready but fudgy at the same time. Kuih peneram is made with only 3 ingredients: rice flour, all-purpose flour, and brown sugar. Super simple, but really time consuming because you need to let the batter rest overnight before actually frying it. So, fun fact about these, in Iban we call these kuih pening kayan, which literally translates to a Kayan person's ear. So if you didn't know, Kayan is an indigenous tribe in Borneo, and back in the olden days their women used to be pretty distinctive because of their elongated earlobes from years of wearing heavy iron and silver earrings. Okay, so back to the kuih. If you ever see these at the market, you really need to try these. They're really good and it's vegan. We actually have quite a surprising long list of desserts and sweet treats that are actually vegan, and I can go on and on about it, but I gotta keep this video short. So that's all for today's video, guys. I really hope it's been helpful and informative for you. If it was, don't forget to like and share it, and I hope to see you guys next week. This has been Colors of Flavors. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.